Hey, what's up, party people? It's your boy Crazy Al Kane, sugarcane.com, CACTV, right here with the Ozark Trail. That's right, the Ozark Trail gravel bike from Walmart. This is the G.1 Explorer. This bike is made for gravel riding, for exploring, for bike packing and all that good stuff. And the reason why I got it was because I always wanted to get a cyclocross bike or a gravel bike or something like that. I always wanted to try one out, ride it around, but they're way too expensive for me right now with everything else I got going on. And Walmart came with this joint right here and it only costed $258. And what I really like about this bike is it actually looks like a legit bike. It looks like it was ready for some action. It basically is an aluminum frame, decent frame, and it has a whole bunch of like lower end parts. So if you want to upgrade it, you can upgrade it, make it a better bike. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna ride it around in the form that it is in right now, straight out the box. I'm gonna assume it's 6061 aluminum. Doesn't specify that in the manual, but the forks are steel, so you gotta look out for that. So it's high tensile steel forks, so I definitely want to change those out if I want to do like crazy stuff on it. You have some Kenda tires on here which look real nice for off-road and nice for on-road as well. I did actually ride it to this park and it felt really nice riding to the park, so I'm really excited about checking this thing out. I also like the paint job. You have a matte army green paint job on here. Of course, it looks good with black. Everything else on the bike is black, and you also have the gum wall Kenda tires, which really offset everything and make it look really, really fresh. The cool thing about the decals on this bike is I think that these are those permanent sticker style decals on here. I don't think it's a water sticker. I think it's one of those, you know, UV permanent stickers. It's a die cut sticker on here, so it's not like a big flat sticker with the actual graphic on the sticker. It's a die cut sticker, so it's a lot more durable sticker, and it also, you can't really peel it up like a vinyl sticker. Like if this was a regular vinyl sticker, it wouldn't be as smooth as that and it can rip off pretty easily. So I'm really digging the detail on the stickers. I like the little Ozark Trail logo on the front. It's got a little mountain with a trail in between. And then you also have the model number on the top of the frame, G.1 Explorer. Also, what you have on this frame is hydroforming on the top tube. So you have a nice hydroform top tube where it tapers when it gets to the head tube. It's really flat on the top. It has like a little bit of an arc, but it's pretty flat and wide on the top, kind of like the sugarcane frames. Other thing on this bike is you also have this nice big triangular shaped tubing on the bottom. You also have screws. If you want to put your bottle holder, you can put one on the front. You can put one on the seat tube. You can put one on the down tube, or you can rock with two of them if you want. You also have mounting screws on the fork. So if you want to put something on the forks, you could do that too, because if you want to go bike packing, you can put bags and a rack or whatever you want to put on the forks. There's also some mounting screws on the seat stay. Back here on the seat stay, you have mounting screws if you want to put, let's say, a little rack on the back or whatever you want to do. The grips right here, they're pretty, you know, in between. They're not super soft, not super hard. They're decent. I can live with these for now. You also have some run-of-the-mill brake levers, which actually feel nice and sturdy. Not sure how they're gonna last, how long they're gonna last. You know, this is a $258 bike, but the bike actually feels really solid for the price. And surprisingly enough, the people at Walmart actually put this bike together really good. I didn't have to do much work to get it where I wanted to go. I had to tighten the stem here a little bit. I did a little bit of an adjustment on the brakes because the brakes were rubbing. So I just made a little adjustment right here. Just, you know, you just loosen this up and adjust it so it doesn't rub on the actual brake. Had to put air in the tires, of course. What else did I do? I didn't really do much to get this bike up to snuff for what I had to do with it. Got it straight off the floor from Walmart, and I'm gonna see how this thing rides just like the way it is. It has quick release front and rear wheels. The actual brake caliper is in between the seat stay and the chain stay, which I really like the way it mounts like that. A lot of manufacturers are doing this now, and I think it's really cool for a $250 bike that you got the mounts in an advanced place. It's not sticking up here and sticking out, you know, it's pretty dope. The kickstand is actually pretty dope. It actually mounts to the frame, and it has an adjustment, a height adjustment here. This kind of blew my mind because I haven't seen a kickstand in years. And the fact that they have it mounting screws for it right on the actual frame, and the fact that you can adjust the height of the kickstand, I thought was really cool. The cranks are nothing to write home about. Neither are the pedals, but we're gonna see how long they last. You can see we have a Euro bottom bracket there, so it's a threaded bottom bracket. You can put Euro bottom brackets on to upgrade your bike that way. Really generic sprocket on there on the front. It's a spline drive sprocket. These look like they are 170s. The Kenda tires right there with the nice thread on them. So you really get a nice bike for $258. This is really, 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 really a nice bike. The welds look really nice. A lot of spacers on there. I don't need a whole bunch of gears, I just need one. So I'm gonna try and find the ideal gear to go on, but of course I'm gonna, you know, try them all out, see how they are. All right, y'all, so there were a couple things on this bike that I do not need that I'm gonna take off right away. And those things are the reflectors and the kickstand. They got to go. Once I get the kickstand out of here, it's gonna make it a little bit lighter, and the reflectors got to go because the type of riding that I do, these things will wind up being dangerous. You know, what if I fall and I fall on the reflector or something like that. So I'm gonna take the reflectors off, I'm gonna take the kickstand off. Yo, the spokes are tight for the most part. Most of them are pretty well put together. Shout out to Walmart for putting the bike together nice. It rides real smooth and it's tight. Doesn't feel loose. Of course you have the derailleur and everything. It's gonna make a bunch of noise. Let's see, can I wheelie this thing? Oh yeah, wheelie a little bit. Let's see what we got, folks. Oh yeah. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Been wheeling in a while. Oh yeah. Woo. Oh, ho, ho, endo. Some endo action. Ugh. All right, so I don't have time to cut the seat post down, so I'm just gonna replace it. Look how long that bad boy is. Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. These are the same height. What? Is this gonna stop there too? Ooh, that's ugly. That is ugly. So, plan B. Plan B. So, I got a shorter seat post. Look at that, it's way better. Now, first of all, this stem must be tight because I cannot ride with no hands on this bike. I might have to loosen that up a little bit. But I should not have a problem riding with no hands. Really shouldn't. Now this gear right here that I'm on is not too bad. Kind of feels like my regular gear. And the other cool thing about it is it's a bajillion degrees outside, but riding the bike, you get a nice breeze. So I'm getting a lot of relief from the heat just by riding this bike. And I haven't really ridden long distance in about, it must have been like 2 weeks. I had a little cold, and then I had a crazy work schedule. So it feels like I'm starting from scratch again with the fitness. So we're gonna see how I do today. Get some stand-up action going. My legs are beat already. All right, so another thing I would change is this gear. I would move it down some more so my hand can be free, a little bit freer when I want to have fun. Wasn't too loud coming off the curb. Not bad. We're gonna throw on a Strava. Do some miles on this bad boy today. So yeah, my finger right here is just crammed up in the mix. I gotta hold my hand out here. I'll be better off, but I like to hold my grips like right at the edge. Right here, my finger's all crammed up in this, and I don't have my Allen keys with me, so I'm gonna have to live with them like that. But yeah, this should be slid down some more so I can actually have nice full grip with no interference. Nah, I mean, but we're gonna have to just live with it like that. But one thing is for sure, this bad boy is smooth. Definitely doesn't feel like I paid $258 for this bike. It really doesn't. It's not super light, not super heavy, and don't really feel it when you ride. You're just cruising along with this bad boy. Hits the bumps nice, no noise unless I jump off a curb or something. And one thing that does feel weird is when I stand up and pedal. Because the front end is low You know, the handlebars are at a lower stance. So is the bottom bracket. So when I try and crank, it's like a weird feeling when I try and crank it up. So that's the one major difference between this bike and my other bikes, BMX bike, BMX cruises and things like that. All right, I'm sidewalk hustling. Oh. Okay. Oh. Woohoo. Bumpy. Bike is smooth, man. Real smooth. If you just want a bike, a nice, cheap, inexpensive, solid bike to just cruise around on, this is it right here, man. Not like I ride a bunch of these bikes, but from my experience of riding bikes for several years, for the price you're paying for this bad boy, the looks and everything, plus the option to upgrade, this is it. Yeah, I'm getting a little used to it now, the way it feels when I stand up and pedal. You know, it doesn't take long. The stem is definitely too tight because I can't ride with no hands that good on it. We just gotta get used to the balance point. We'll find out soon enough. You know what? Let's try some wheelies, huh? This thing is begging to be wheelied. And I haven't done wheelies in a long time. Not for real, for real. Let's see what we got. Do I have anything left in the world of wheelies? Okay. A little crooked. Come on now. Come on, Sugarfoot. You got it. Come on there now. Very crooked. Gotta find the sweet spot. There we go. There it is. Okay. Of course, that was the amateur hour with the wheelie because I did not play with my brakes at all. So I just started going faster and faster and faster. I really need to spend some time to really learn how to really finesse a wheelie. Come on, man. At the very least, I need to learn how to do wheelies good. Now I can manual. I don't know if I can manual on this bike. So as far as road bike action, just riding on the road, I'm digging it. The other thing I like about it, I can ride on the sidewalk with no worries. No worries. Hit bumps, potholes, whatever. This bike's like whatever with it. I'm down with whatever, son. Amateur hour here. Now it's kind of windy out, so it's blowing this tall bike over. But we will continue with the wheelie action. Oh, very windy. Let's hit a curb. Ooh, that was all right. Gotta keep in mind, I got steel forks on this bike, so you already know what that means. Don't go too crazy, because eventually these steel forks are gonna fail on me, sooner or later. Woo. Now, of course, I don't like that sound when I come down. The derailleur hitting. It's not a fun sound. But it does go up the curbs nice. Might have to do a curbs video. Curbs edit on this. That'd be kind of fresh. Let's really to the curb. Really to the corner, son. You can do it. You can hear me holding the brakes, right? It's like cheating almost. Went a little crooked, but I did make it to the curb. Ooh, a table. Shout out to Ozark Trail and Walmart for making something that you can be proud to ride. be proud to ride this joint. You should be proud to ride any bike. Well, that's me being really positive, but there are some bikes that are just like, come on, man. Why did you even make that bike? You know you want people to save money, but daggone. Why I gotta go there with it? You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm about to get hit. There's no bike lane or shoulder on this side of the road, which makes this very sketchy. Sketch. Especially when the sun is in everybody's eyes. Makes it super extra sketchy. But I can speed up. I can get my speed on. I got gears. I don't have to sprint. Just put it in a heavier gear and just pedal a little harder. Let's see what we got. So, speaking of gear changing, the bike is changing gears pretty nicely. So now we are in Hempstead Lake Park, climbing over the little bridge here. I got it on the easy gear, relatively easy gear. Turns pretty good too. Turns pretty good. Whew. Now, this is what this bike was made for. Stuff like this here. Ooh, that's cruising there. Oh, oh, yeah. Go down here, bro. What we doing? We turning, that's what we doing. Yeah. Now we're in the sandy part. Beautiful over here. Look at this. Look at that beauty. What? Come on now. Can't beat that. And we riding in the sand. What you want? Ooh. Okay, a little too much sand. All right, so now we are riding in some sandy stuff. Going through it nice and smooth. I got it on a pretty easy gear. Nice little sprinting gear. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh. Woohoo. Oh. Let's go. Oh. Damn, I got caught up. Here we go. Oh yeah. I want to hit. There we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Avoiding trees. Now I'm just sitting down cruising right now. I'm not even doing anything special. I'm just cruising around in this bad boy. Woo! With the super easy gear. Let's keep it moving. We'll continue on the trail. Still sitting down on some mellow, chill stuff. Woo! Woohoo! What you know about that? We out. Audi 5000. Ozark trailing it. Like I said before, I'm always on a run when I'm on my BMX bikes. I never explore too much. I'm gonna have to do that now because I'm looking for stuff now and I'm seeing things that I can ride. And I guess the fact that this is a $258 bike and it's meant for this type of trail stuff, I'm now looking for stuff. So I'm gonna ride something right now and go down something, and and have some fun with it. Climb up this bad boy. Now I didn't put my eyes on it. I think I'm supposed to go down earlier, but I'm gonna go down right here where the roots are. Woohoo! Woohoo! That wasn't where I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go down right here. I went down way over there. Let me try it again. Oh, I should have put it on a easier gear. Goodness gracious. My drop is right here. This is my drop. Here we go. Woohoo! Nice. I was on gear 3. Truthfully, I should be on gear 1. Whew. Nice little workout. Let's keep moving. Y'all, cross training on the cross country gravel bike. That's what we're doing right now. Just cruising through the sand. So, like I said, these tires are okay. They could be a little more grippy though. Let's go up here. Get back on the main road. See, I should have put it in the lower gear. Played myself, son. Had to hop off the bike. I'm on gear 3. If I was on gear 2, gear 1, would have been all right. But no, I gotta be on gear 3. All right, not even halfway around this park, and I'm tired because I'm doing the most. Whew. So I'm gonna chill for a second. So far, I have no complaints with this bike. None at all. Fun bike, good bike, way better than some of the older bikes even. That costed more money back in the day. I'll say it. So now I'm on gear number 1. Sitting down, climbing a hill that I normally would have to stand up for. Just cheating. I'm gonna stand up anyway, because it's a whole lot easier with this little gear to get up the hill. But I'm only doing this now on this bike. But I prefer riding my single speed because it keeps me in tune for when it's time to race. It won't be so far off. Woo-hoo. Now we are on the north side of Hempstead Lake Park. Gonna ride through here for a little bit, do a little lap on the Greenway Trail. Go around this bad boy. Woo! Really nice trail. Straight up gravel. It's a gravel bike. This is what it's made for. Riding on the gravel. That's what we're doing right now. Gravel biking. Cheer. We are out. Woo! Go even faster. See, now I'm on gear, I think it's a 6. So now I'm going really fast. I'm pedaling really slow. Now, this is great, but when it comes time for me to race, I need to have my spin. And this can sometimes mess with your spin when you get back to it. But it definitely makes your legs stronger. All right. Woo. I'm feeling the pain, feeling the burn. Now the way I can really train my legs with this gear that'll help me with my racing gear is if I stood up and did some sprints with it, or at least tried to. A little too hot for all that. So I'm just gonna stay sit down and cruise. But this is gonna be great for cross training. And we'll see how it makes a difference on the track when I ride my other bike on the track. See how it affects my leg strength and my snap out the gate and also my stamina. That's another thing. Right now, I'm using stamina, but not as much as I would if I was pedaling really fast. So I'm not maxing out on RPMs, beats per minute on my heart. Not really maxing out on that, even though I'm going fast. So that's kind of like the other sort of disadvantage to riding on these really hard gears when you're trying to train your legs for BMX racing. All right, y'all, we're still on the northern part of Hempstead Lake Park, but we're on our way back to the bridge. Just speeding through over here. Nice views. Got the pond right here, the lake right here. Woo! Just cruising on the gravel bike. I got some training to do, for real. My legs feel weak. You hear me changing gears? Like, I can't do this without doing that. Getting lazy already. Look at that. Changing gears. What's wrong with me? Straight cheating. Ah, that burns. Woo! All right, here we are. Heading back to the south side of the park. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ride some of this unofficial single track over here. Let's do it. Do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, what you know about that? Ooh, put the feet down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo. BMX racer style. Oh, going the wrong way. Supposed to make it right. Make it right here. Brum, brum, brum. Oh. Got caught in the gravel. That's why it's good to have on flats. You can put your foot down at any moment. Any moment, you can put your foot down for some nice turn to action. Ooh. Now I gotta catch that. I gotta do that little sequence again. That was fun. Only problem is this camera does not handle low light very well. So I hope it comes out all right. But I'm really fiending to get a new camera so we can really capture the visuals the way they're supposed to be captured. But here we go. Got a bug in my face. Woohoo! Put the foot down. Yeah. Up. Chain popped off. Doesn't matter. We're gonna keep going through. Ooh, yeah. Oh, my chain popped off. So really aggressive riding, like I just did, to make the chain pop off. Definitely don't like that. Get that chain on there, buddy. Come on, chain. All right, so the chain is on. I was riding real aggressive. Chain happened to pop off. Whew. Yeah. Pick up that front wheel, boy. What you know about that? Huh? Oh, right up in the mix right here. Yeah. Let's go. Take this turn. It's getting real dense. Woo! Oh yeah, let's go. Roots. Oh. Uh-huh. Woo. Line turns. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. For $258, winds up being like $260 something with taxes, or $280, I don't remember. Anyways, $258. It's a lot of fun. You do a lot on this bike. Just exploring. One of the reasons why I want to get a new camera, because they have a newer camera that can handle the contrasting light when you're in the woods. And it's also way better at low light. So I'm currently rocking an Insta360 X3. X4 came and went, and now they have the X5. That's the one I want to get next. That checks off all of my needs for a camera to do what I wanted to do for the type of filming that I want to do. That's cool, you hear a little bump, no rattling. Only time you hear a real rattle is when you hitting something big, jumping off a curb, hitting a big root, stuff like that. It's the only time you really hear a lot of rattling from this bike. So the medium size, I'd say, is the perfect size for me. I'm not leaning too far forward. I can always sit upright more. I like sitting upright. All I gotta do is just kind of sit back like this. Let my fingers rest on the grips and I can sit more upright. Super chill mode. So I'm not mad at that. All right, y'all. We are here at Jared Norello Memorial Skate Park in Kennedy Park in Hempstead. Look at the space over there though. Hold on. Right here, a pump track can go right here next to the skate park. It would be perfect. Okay, y'all, so this is going to be it for this episode. Had a good time testing out the Ozark Trail, man. This bike is really a lot of fun, especially for $250, man. You really can't go wrong with that. You know, I can't say it enough. But yes, this is one of many videos I'm going to do with this bike. I'm going to be testing it out in all kinds of different places. As you can see right here, I did a couple of laps at the skate park, and it actually rode pretty good. So I'm going to have to do a whole video with me hitting up some skate parks with it, which will probably be my last video because something's going to break eventually if I keep doing that. So stay tuned for more edits with this bike. I have more review edits. It's probably going to be maybe a 4 or 5 part review of this bike. So definitely like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can find out when I drop my next video on this bike. So once again, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this review, what you think about this bike, if you got one, how you like it, the whole 9 yards. But there's definitely more to come, so stay tuned for that. Alright, it's Crazy Out King, Shit King.com, CACTV, and I'm out. Back to you, Billy!